Hey guys, welcome back to Story Time with Amanda. Did you miss me? Anybody else just bleh right now? I'm over the weather going back and forth. It's exhausting. Pretty much about as exhausting as the Dating Disasters Chronicles that you've been watching lately. But I'm sure a lot of you got a good kick out of those. So I figured in the spirit of following along with those videos, we would touch on a different topic today that kind of rails along the same lines of dating, obviously. A big question that I keep getting asked all the time, whether it be from friends, family, co-workers, acquaintances, complete strangers, pretty much anyone who feels it's okay to ask will ask me, why are you single? Why is that girl just like you single? I just don't understand. I mean, you're just so smart and you're funny, and I just don't understand why someone hasn't snagged you up by now. Now, let me explain a couple of things. This question is a loaded question when it gets asked, because I know that everyone has good intentions when they ask it, right? And I completely understand that sometimes it really is just a giant confusing situation to try to understand how a woman who has a job, has her own place, pays her own bills, takes care of her kids, or kid, because I only have one, owns her own business and is successful with it. It's probably pretty difficult for people to understand why I'm single. And I get that. I respect that. However, it's not exactly the most wanted question out there. Like, I would rather someone ask me, well, why do you drive an all black car? Or how come you work there? Or, well, why did you choose to do this in your career field? And why did you go to school for that? Because those questions are much easier to answer as opposed to, why are you single? Because every time that question's asked, here's the background that comes with it. There's always the really sad look on their face, because it's almost as if they pity me because I'm single, which, back up, I don't need the pity. It's cool. Like, I'm totally cool with being single, right? But when it's asked, I generally run through the different scenarios of how I could answer it, because there's a multitude of ways I could answer. I could go in the hopeless romantic vibe and be like, well, I just haven't found the one. Or, well, I just haven't been able to find my perfect match for me. Or something along the lines of some cheesy romance movie, you know, like, well, it's just, I haven't been able to locate the one that just fills all of the voids that I have, you know. 99% of the time I go the other route, and it's either the very sarcastic or somewhat chauvinistic / cocky response, which is either, I really just don't want to settle for crap, or it's the, your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea, Karen, why I'm still single. Or my favorite, which tends to throw a lot of people off, is when I come back with, I'm single? And that's a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? I'm not sure why people want to know why I'm single, but apparently this has become a question quite frequently lately, especially with Valentine's quickly approaching. And, you know, the poor pitiful, oh, you're gonna be alone on Valentine's Day. No, boo, I'm good. I get to eat whatever I want. I get to stuff my face with macaroni and cheese or pizza or Italian food or whatever I want, and not have to worry about being all prim and proper and dainty at the table. And I also get to go see whatever movie I want, and I don't have to worry about at the end of the night getting a from someone else. Because we all know we look forward to that one, right? But in all honesty, like, I'm not sure why there is such a negative stigma with being single. Like, I just don't understand it. Why do people look at a female, or a male for that perspective, for that matter, why do they look at it as a bad thing if you have a really good job or a great career, right? Like I do. You're happy with it. You make your own money, you're paying your own bills, you're taking care of yourself, you're getting shit done, and the fact that you're alone apparently bothers people. I'm not sure why. But to answer the most inquisitive question that I get all the time, because I want to be, okay? Let's be real. I'm really not willing to settle for shit, period. Like, I have goals and aspirations in life. I have things that I want to accomplish. And if someone is not willing to go along on the ride or be supportive of the ride that I'm going down, you're not going to be a part of it. Some people don't like the fact that I have a kid and that her needs come first. Her needs come before mine. Let's be real. That's just how I was raised. That's how I'm raising my child. Now, that doesn't mean that I spoil her completely rotten. You know, she is an only child in my home. So yeah, there are things I do to spoil her rotten, but I'm allowed to. I'm her mother. So I'm not sure why there's the, oh, poor pitiful you're alone. You'll never have anyone that wants to be around you. Oh my God. Don't feel sorry for me. Trust me. Like, I don't feel sorry for me. You know, are there times where I'm like, oh, kind of wish I had someone around right now? Yeah, sure. Like when I can't get a jar open, or when something's on the top shelf and I can't reach it and I really don't want to have to go get the step ladder. Like, that's extra work. Or, you know, like when it's cold outside and there's like, you know, it's a rainy day and you're all cuddled up on the couch and you want to watch a movie with someone else. Yeah, I might have the small tinge of, you know, but that doesn't mean I'm lonely. I'm not lonely at all. Like, there's a difference between being alone, which is what I am. I'm me. I take care of my own stuff. I don't have to have someone else take care of my stuff for me. But I'm not lonely. Like, I'm not sitting around, oh, poor pitiful me. Oh, woe is me. I'm so lonely. No. And a lot of people that are single are not sitting around doing that. So it's okay, boo-boo. I got this. Don't worry. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen, right? Like they always say, when you stop looking. Let's be real. Anyone that's single and isn't looking, aren't we always looking at potential mates? Like, in some way or another, aren't we always looking? But that doesn't mean we're actively like out at the club trying to bring someone home, which, by the way, not a good place to try to bring someone home and make it like a lifelong thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I've met some great individuals when I was out, right? Not necessarily at a club. But that doesn't mean they're going to be your lifelong partner, right? I've got some really, really great friends that I still call to this day that I met out one night, right? We dated for a little bit. Things didn't work out. That's cool. Totally different time in my life. However, to this day, still talk to the individual. And he's by far one of my best friends ever. Mainly because we get it, right? We're both single. We get it. We got shit we want to accomplish and do. We're just trying to find the person that's willing to go down that road with us. But anyways, that's a whole different story in itself. So, my PSA today. While we understand your concern with our singleness, try not to make it look so sad when you ask someone why they're single, okay? Like, we're not looking for pity, you know, because the majority of us that are single, especially those of us with kids, there's a reason. And it's not necessarily a bad reason. It's just we don't have time to play games. We don't have time for the bullshit. And we're definitely not going to put any of our stuff or our child stuff on hold just to make someone happy as a partner, okay? So, anyways, but be on the lookout. Since this is actually episode 10, it's the last episode for season 3. I think I'm gonna do a few more of those dating chronicles because those are kind of fun. So be on the lookout for some more of those episodes coming soon. In the meantime, in the next week, y'all have yourselves a wonderful time. Do your best to retain your sanity if at all possible. And while you're at it, don't be a grown man bully. We'll talk to you later. Bye.